Hey everyone, we have an interesting show for you today. I'm Andrew Morgan in San Marcos, Texas, and this is the Total Takeover Hangout. Today we have the two panelists, Carl, the host, and myself. We're going to be talking about some interesting subjects today. We have some new twist for you, and next Friday we want to invite you back to talk about more, and we'll get into what that is. Over to you, Carl.
Great, thanks, Andrew. Andrew and I were just having a great conversation about today's topic, and we want to make sure that we have everybody focused in the right direction of what they need to do. And what we were talking about is seasons, okay? Network marketing has two very critical seasons, okay? And what's happening now is we are going to be cutting back the show actually to once a week, okay? We want to start providing even more value to you. So we're going to have what we're going to call phone-in Fridays, okay? Where everybody will be able to come in and talk about what they've done during the week. We'll give you topics of what they are, and we'll be able to handle a lot more of what people are actually looking for. Right now, we are kind of in a I don't want to say off season, but we're closing in on the off season. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean, oh, you stop everything and you don't do anything? No. This is when you actually ramp things up, okay? And both Andrew and I are going to go into that during this hangout. So what I want you to do is I want you to think about what 3 months of the year are the two different marketing seasons, high impact marketing seasons. There are 3 months to each of these. They happen twice a year, okay? What 3 months on each of the high impact marketing seasons are they? Let us know on Friday. This Friday coming up, we're going to be looking to see how many people actually know that. And what we're going to talk about is how to, or what to do during these low impact seasons, okay? The low impact seasons are obviously the holiday seasons, the kids, they're out of school, those kind of things, and then we get into high impact, okay? Now, like I said, there's 3 months of the year for each of these impact seasons. We want to know if you know which ones that they are. So, what we're going to talk about today are basically the 3 simple steps that you need to take in actually building your business during this low impact time, okay? Believe it or not, I've still been able to make 5 figures in a low impact time of year, okay? The high impact time of year is when you can get to like a 6-figure income, okay? So can it be done? Yes, it definitely can. Is it achievable? Yes, it is. Can anybody do it? Absolutely. Okay? The one thing that I guess most of us question is, how do you do it? Okay? So, there are 3 things that are involved in the 3 simple steps. Okay? The first one is you need a good product service that provides serious value. Okay? That's the one thing that you need in any business that you're in. TTO provides massive training, okay? It's what is absolutely necessary for any business that's online, okay? Along with that, obviously, you get things like these Hangouts. You get live webinars. You get training systems that we talked about last week that different people seem to offer out there, different leaders like Andrew, myself, and Janet, and Rob, and Matthew, and many, many others that are out there in the industry offer high-end value to the members, okay? The second thing is a funnel system, okay? Now, we talked about this a little bit last week. Funnel systems are basically systems that are set up with autoresponder and email systems that send people to either capture page or a product page that explains the value of what people are looking for, and then of course the actual buying of the product. Okay, so The step is providing a autoresponder system, and this is something that's very important. You know, Total Takeover has pretty much every program out there has what they call capture pages. Now, these capture pages capture either emails or names in emails or names, phone numbers in emails, okay, that come into your back office. And then they should be set up with some kind of autoresponder system, okay? I mean, you know, you can manually do these if you want. I highly recommend you don't. An autoresponder system is going to cost you anywhere from, I don't know, I'm going to say $10 to $20 a month or more. But it's something that's absolutely necessary that you need if you want to semi-automate your drip feed system to create sales. Every successful funnel system online today has an autoresponder system that is attached to it. You can choose whatever that is, okay, and attach it to whatever your capture page system is, okay? You know, you can use the company ones, you can do personal ones. That's what I do, okay? And a lot of big marketers out there that are leaders out there, you will notice that a lot of them create their own funnel systems, okay? Now, you know, for those of you that are brand new and stuff like that and getting to learn things, use the existing system in place until you get to grow and know how they all work, okay? No complication needs to be done. You start with what is provided, you work with what is provided, and as you learn things, that's when you can start kicking in and start self-branding, okay? Like I self-brand myself. Andrew self-brands himself. You know, you go to ttoradio.info. It's all about the info about these Hangouts, but who do you see on there? You see Andrew. He's right there, the radio guy, right in your face, okay? You know, you go to a lot of my pages. You're going to see the 90-day action plan. You're going to see my picture there. You're going to see me posted in there. I do my videos. I have my own capture page systems that do that. This is stuff that you can learn, okay? Don't think you need this right away because TTO has it, and probably whatever other businesses you're doing, they have those things in place as well. So use them. If they require a autoresponder, get one, okay? An autoresponder is a business expense that's a necessity in your business, okay? I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to tell you smoke and mirror stuff that you don't need anything else. I'm telling you what you do need, okay? You need a good quality capture page. You need an autoresponder system that's going to be sending out repetitive emails, like in, you know, every couple of days, drip feeding your list, talking to them about who you are, you know, offering them value, whatever it is. Maybe you've got a 7-step plan, or maybe you've got a software that's helping you create a lot of leads or something. Something of value that you can provide to people, okay? And ultimately, in the end, the actual purchase into your particular program or whatever it is that you're selling, okay? So these are just the 3 simple steps. Now, the third step, okay, is traffic. Okay, now, last week I talked about a few different things. And we talked about solo ads last week, and I finished off the week talking about one resource that I use called Fiverr. Okay, now, I just recently added all of the resources, Fiverr plus 10 other highly impact, low-cost places to get traffic from. Okay, that's, well, I call it exclusively through the 90-day plan system that, again, anybody in Total Takeover can get access to as long as they can prove that they're actually a member, okay? Or, of course, I also give it to any of the people that are in my other businesses, too. So, because it's my own branded system, just like Andrew has his branded system and everybody else has their branded system, you know, we offer extra value on top of whatever it is that we're doing. So, you've heard my side of things, okay? So the traffic is, I outsource a lot of my traffic. I also have tools that I use for social media that I use. You know, I use Skype Seek and Send for Skype. I use a Facebook formula. I have some Facebook tools, software tools that I use to work Facebook, and other different kinds of social media, LinkedIn, and so forth. So driving traffic is very, very important. So you need to, if you don't know how to do it yourself, then outsource to get started until you learn how to master some of the different things of social media. Okay? So, Andrew, let's go over to you. Let's see, first of all, if we give the callers the line they can call in, and then let's get your take on the topic of today.
Sure. The number to call is 712-775-7035. The access code is 2138. I forgot what it is. 213884, and then the pound sign. You press *6 to raise your hand. You can find out all of that information on ttoradio.info, ttoradio.info. Carl, you mentioned autoresponders. There are three that I recommend. One is the Aweber that integrates to the Total Takeover back office, and that's $19 a month to get you started. You can build a list there. I don't remember exactly where the different levels are, but once you reach a level of contacts, you upgrade a little bit, and then again. Then there's another one that is called Get Response. And Get Response allows you to open up a free trial for 30 days. So you can start building your list for 30 days, and then it's somewhere close to $20 a month as well. Then there's another one that's called Response Magic. Now this one you can set up a free account and run a free account for indefinitely and until you reach a certain amount of members. And with that one, there's also offers for business opportunity seeker contacts, kind of unlimited. So that's a pretty good deal. Go over to Response Magic, and you can set up an account for that. There's another way to do that, integrated with another system that provides you pretty much free leads for life. Business contacts allow you to build a list, and if you want to know what that information is, you'll have to connect with me or Carl for that on Facebook, and we'll point that to you because that's a training in and of itself. In network marketing, Eric Worre talks about professionals, amateurs, and posers. The poser, when presented the opportunity and ready to get to work, gets told, make a list of everybody you know, get a list. And the poser will think, oh, John, Mark, and Mary, and make the list in the head. And then, maybe talk to John or Mary, one of the 3 or 4 few people that the poser makes the list in the head. An amateur actually makes a list of a handful of people, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 people, and then never actually contacts them all. And then you have your professional. The professional is constantly creating and cultivating a list, and that's what I do. I create lists, I cultivate lists, I go through my list, I talk through people. And so in network marketing on the internet, the list is most important. In network marketing off the internet, the list is most important. You have to have someone to talk to in order to present your business and get exposure. So network marketing success really boils down to getting your business from one exposure to the next on a persistent and consistent basis and teaching the same. It's basically a handful of people, collecting a handful of people that are doing the same simple few things over and over again over an extended period of time, teaching the same. So you end up growing a network of like-minded people. To find that network, you need a list, and there's a couple of different ways to do this. You can, and I suggest doing a combination of all of them. Actually, personally, I like to purchase lists. Now, whenever you purchase a list, the misnomer out there is you're purchasing lead list, and that's not true. There's different kinds. There's opportunity seekers. There's pre-registrations, pre-regs, co-regs. Co-registrations where they fill out a form for something and they get added to another list, and it says that in the fine print, but they don't really read it, and they don't know that they've just asked for information to get information on a business opportunity. That's what a co-reg is. And then you have your genealogy list. That's people that's already in network marketing businesses or already have been, and companies sometimes relinquish their list of those people, and then you can purchase those lists and contact people that are already in a network marketing company or have been and already know a little bit of what you're talking about when you contact them. And then you have your search engine optimization systems where you have your own lead capture pages connected to your own autoresponder, and this is where you actually generate live leads. These are real leads. So whenever you develop a capture page and you put the link to that capture page on a video, on an advertisement, on a solo ad, on a safe list email, on your profile. You have it search engine optimized, and people do a search and they find that website on a search, or on a YouTube video. You've done a YouTube video, you have it search engine optimized because you have the title of the video in with the description, along with the transcript of what you've said in the video in the description, and then you have your meta tags or your keyword phrases added to that video. Somebody does a search on the internet, that's called an organic search. The people looking for a particular topic, you have it, they find it, they watch your video, they see your website either mentioned in the video or in the description, and they click the link and they fill out the data capture. That is a live, real, fresh lead. That is the definition of a real lead. So you're going to have an autoresponder in order to manage your list, to grow and manage your list on the internet. Let me give you a quick training here. To have a list, a large list, is to have a way to manifest money over and over again, because it's easier to sell somebody the second sale than it is the first sale. It's easier to sell somebody the third and fourth sale than it is the first and second sale. So whenever you have somebody on your list that knows, likes, and trusts you, they got on your list because of your content, because of what was said on your data capture, because of what you said in your video, because of the stuff that you put on your Facebook page, and they see that and they went over and they found a way to get on your list. They like you, they know you, they trust you, and they purchased from you something. They're on your list. Going back and introducing something new to them is easier to make another sale. So having a list is very valuable. So I'll give you an example. Amazon makes a decision every so often. I'm going to say once a week. It may be once every 2 weeks. It may be twice a week. But it's something like that. That they're going to make. They need to raise their bottom line by another million or 800,000 this week. So all they do is they look and see what new books have just come on the market by particular authors. And they'll take that book, and then they'll go and search their database for everybody that's ever bought a book from that author, and they'll send out a special to everybody on their database that has ever bought a book or inquired about books with that author. And that's the power of having an online database connected to your autoresponder. So boom, they send out one offer, one email, and instantly they make all these sales and make millions of dollars. And that holds true in network marketing. Whenever someone has a large list and an offer comes along, or a new idea to market your current primary business comes along, and you haven't been putting out just lots of different spam to your list, or different things that they didn't opt in for, then you can introduce a new twist, a new insight, a new perspective, a new story. People love to read stories. Have an engaging email send out to your list and create more activity from your list. So that's the power of having an autoresponder. There are three of them, like I mentioned, that I recommend. Aweber, and that integrates with the Total Takeover system. And then the two that don't are GetResponse. Both Aweber and GetResponse require monthly. GetResponse allows you to join and have an autoresponder for 30 days for free, and then it starts charging you. And then there is Response Magic, and you can operate a list there. Awesome stuff.
Aweber also offers a 30-day for $1.
Yes. Yep. So, what am I doing? Okay. I'm entering a season to where it's time for me to focus more on me and my team than on you and your team. Now, that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing, because I'm going to do what I have to do, and I'm going to I'm going to do what I need to do professionally in order to take care of what I have positioned myself to be in network marketing. As a result of that, what I'm about to do is ramp up. I come to plateaus and I change. When I get to a plateau, and things, sometimes we constantly have to plan, do, and review. And whenever we plan, do, and review, and everything is working, we plan, do, and review, and we usually sometimes do the same plan. But whenever the same plan starts in one area starts getting a little skimpy, then it's time to do a plan, do, review, and ramp up. So it's time for me to ramp up my game. And because I'm going to ramp up my game, you're going to have the opportunity to see the results of that. And same with Carl. Carl, I don't know if you've announced yet what we're going to do. Have you done that yet?
Nope, you can do that.
What we're going to do is we're going to cut back on the Total Takeover radio and the Total Takeover Hangouts to 1 day a week. And we're going to call it Phone In Friday. So every Friday we're going to have the opportunity to come and do what we've been doing here all along. The only difference is that during the week, Carl and I are going to make ourselves more personally available to our team and spend our focus on building our business rather than spending our focus during the week providing information to you. What that's going to do is it's going to concentrate the information that we're bringing to you to a more useful format on 1 day of the week, so we can all look forward to that 1 day and make it more valuable for you because it's not all spread out and chaotic. It'll be more streamlined. It'll be more value packed. It'll be more fun, and then we'll they say absence makes the heart grow fonder. We love these hangouts. I really do. I really do love these hangouts. Tracy loves these hangouts. Val loves these hangouts. Joan, Carl, Janet Legier. These hangouts are awesome, and we are going to continue them. So what we've decided to do is we're going to make them more valuable for you. And then the off season, if you want to know what the off season is, be here Friday. Okay, so there are 2 seasons that are the hottest recruitment seasons of the year in network marketing, and during those seasons are activities that we need to focus on during those seasons. And then there's off seasons, there's other activities we need to ramp up on and focus on during those seasons. So we're going to talk about all of that next Friday. I think you're going to like it. I know we're going to like it. It's going to give us the availability to be able to spend more time with our teams and do more one-on-one personal training with our teams and bring more content to you. Back to you, Carl.
That's exactly it. And, the whole idea behind this is for us to, again, like Andrew said, work with our teams, but also create some really valuable material for you, okay? It could be anywhere from responder letters, it could be marketing tactics, it could be lead generation type system, whatever it is. And it allows us to put all this data together and then come out on Friday and give you a jam-packed session, okay? So now the whole idea of cutting back, again, on this is that the seasons that we're in right now, okay, which is the I call it non-impact. It's still an impact, but it's not a high impact. It's a low impact, okay? The whole idea here is to get yourself ramped up for the high impact, okay? Because during this time, you're going to make money, okay? You may make, we may get you from making a couple hundred a month to maybe, 1,000 to 2,000 a month. But as we're ramping up and we get into high impact, that's where we can, in a short term, a short 3-month period, get you going from maybe a couple of thousand a month to 5,000 to 10,000 a month. Very, very quick, right? And then of course we'll go into another low impact season, okay, and then back into a high impact season again, okay. And every time we're able to ramp your income up more and more. I mean, we started this thing at the beginning of the year, okay. We started Total Takeover. We started building this thing. We had our free launch, then we had our pre-launch, which we're still in right now, and then we're going to have our launch, okay. Now, our launch is going to be in, I don't know if this is going to blow things, but our launch is going to be kind of in the middle of low impact, okay? Kind of. So I'm not really telling you what the high impacts are, but it's kind of in the middle of the low impact, okay? Which is actually a good thing, okay? Because it allows us to start ramping up. Because believe it or not, you need this time period, this short time period, to ramp up for the next high impact system. And you know, a lot of people say, well, you don't make money during the summer. That's not entirely true. I've had a $10,000 day in the middle of the summer. Okay, so it's not like it's not possible. It's, for most people, it's because they don't know what they need to do during that low impact time. Okay, that's what the problem is, and that's what seems to be the majority of the frustration of network marketers online today, is they don't know what to do during low impact season. Okay, and this is what we're going to be really focusing on for the next few months in here, because we're going to be in the low impact season that we're coming into, and low impact season is usually holiday season. Okay, so you know, kids are getting out of school, that sort of thing. That's low impact season, because more focus is done on family and activities and stuff like that than it is done on network marketing. But there is a way to put your business on semi-automation during this time, during this impact time, okay? And this is what we're going to be focusing on. We want you to be generating the leads coming in on semi-automation. You're never going to be able to do it on full automation, okay? There's no such thing as full automation in this business. I don't care what anybody tells you, because you constantly need to be either outsourcing or whatever it is. You need to be there to go and buy your outsourcing service, whatever it is, for the next couple of months or whatever, and then you got to monitor it. So it's never actually fully automated. I will call it semi-automated, because there is going to be some babysitting you're going to need to do, while the majority of it is on automation. Okay? There isn't a business today that can run 100% on its own. Someone has to monitor the flow of the business. Okay? I don't care what it is. You know, there's assembly lines out there that manufacture food and all that kind of stuff, and build products and whatever it is. There's automation assembly lines that are out there, but there's always somebody that's got to watch the automation to make sure that it's going. Okay? The last thing you want to do is start your automated process and walk away and go on holidays for 3 or 4 weeks and not pay attention to that, because you have no idea. Something could go wrong in the second day, and then you're gone for 3 weeks and nothing is done because of that time period. You need to be able to have access and monitor. I don't care if you go on holidays and you go to an internet cafe and you log in for 5 minutes to see if everything is going smoothly. You still have to monitor things. Okay? It is your business. Okay? Don't think it can be done. You know, and I'm going to give you some examples. There's some programs that I'm in. Okay? Some of you know they're little PayPal programs that I use to generate some of my advertising. Now, as much as people think it's automation, it's not. You have to go in, you have to monitor things in there. Okay? Even on the littlest programs or whatever it is, I don't care. RevShare, I don't care what programs you're doing, you have to monitor them. And if you're not making money every day, it's because you stopped monitoring it. You decided to let it go on automation, thinking that it will do everything for you. Okay? This is the one big thing why people seem to fail online today, is that they want a system that can be fully automation. They want this, what they call passive income. Okay? Passive income, to me, I don't believe that there's such thing as a passive income, because if it was passive, that would mean you wouldn't have to do anything. And most people that don't do anything don't make any money. Okay? Whether it's an hour a day, 15 minutes a day, a half hour a day, 4 hours a day, 8 hours a day, okay? You need to monitor your business to make sure that things are rolling along. And I guess this is what the frustration is with most people online today. You know, they will join a business, and they won't follow the steps. Although the steps are there, they won't follow the steps, or they want to cut the corners. Okay, I was guilty of that. I used to do that all the time. And then of course, you know, I would make either mediocre money or I wouldn't make any at all. You know, if I'm not making money every day, I get very, very annoyed with myself. Okay, because it means that I've dropped the ball on myself someplace. So you have to go in and you have to make sure that you're monitoring. Again, any business, there's 3 simple steps. Okay, the product. Find yourself a product, whatever it is. Whether it's a digital product, which is probably the best product you could ever have, is digital, because it's accessible immediately. Okay? Then you've got the other products, which could be health and nutrition or other physical products that are out there, eBay, Amazon, that kind of stuff. Okay? These are products that need actually more monitoring than anything else, because you got to make sure the process is done. You got to make sure that the product gets delivered. You got to, you know, if you're not sending it out in the mail yourself, you got to make sure it's being delivered from the manufacturer or whatever. Okay? Digital products are the best products, whatever they may be. Softwares, ebooks, courses, whatever it is. These are the easiest ones because they're instantly attainable upon payment. Okay? Instant access. And that's why I personally only deal with instant digital products. Okay? I can't be bothered for the extra headaches and that come along with other things, but that's me, okay? There's a lot of people who love health and nutrition. I got nothing against it, okay? It's just I'm a digital products guy, so that's what I focus on. But the whole idea of what I'm talking about here is having that product, whether it's digital, physical, whatever it is, you need to make sure that it's deliverable and it gets delivered. You got to monitor the process, okay? Secondly, the sales funnel. You need to make sure if your company has a capture page or a sales page that all of that is being used. You know, you're getting the capture page in front of the targeted audience, which is step 3. Okay, is getting that traffic, whether it's getting it involved in front of on social media through different types of tactics, and we teach that both in Total Takeover, and I teach other tactics, and I have softwares and stuff like that that I use to get and access these people in different social medias. Okay, so the sales funnel is very important. We talked about the autoresponder. Okay, there's others out there too. I mean, we talked to, you know, the Aweber, the Get Response, and the Response Magic. You know, there's others like GVO and I don't know, I can't remember now. GVO, I guess, would be the 4th one that I can think of off the top of my head that a lot of people like to use. Regardless, you do need a autoresponder, okay? And the autoresponder is connected to your capture page. Your capture page is the one that has the email address or the name in email or the name, phone number in email, okay? That's your most important page. That there must get filled out. So, you know, if the company that you have doesn't have a good enough incentive, because some of them don't, some of them just have a basic page, and you know, a lot of times people are looking for incentives. That's why I choose to make my own personal pages, because I can then come out with a video on there and I can say, you know what, on top of what you're going to get here, I am also going to provide blah blah blah, okay, with this. Okay, you're adding value. These are the pages that are going to provide the most fill-ins, okay? Something that's providing value right off the top. Give them something for free, something of high-end value, okay? That's the most important thing. You know, if the company is not providing that, offer it in whatever solo adder that you're going, you know, saying, you know, you can get this here, plus you're going to get this from me, blah, 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 blah. So all you need to do is go here, fill out this form, okay? Now, that's how you would do it in a text email. If you were just going to do it in a, I don't know, if you're going to get a service out of Fiverr or something, they just ask for a URL. Well, my advice is this, okay? My advice is, if the company page that you have doesn't seem to be, or doesn't seem to give high-end value according to you. And this is what I do. Okay, let me just go into this whole psychology. If I look at a capture page in the back office of any business I'm in, when I read it and it just doesn't do anything for me, would I actually fill it in? Okay, that's the first thing you have to ask yourself. Now, I'm not saying, that total takeovers are no good or your companies are no good. Here's the psychology that I use, okay? I use a psychology that I need to have people fill out my form. It's absolutely 100% vital that people put their email address in and send that to me, okay? So I need to have a system that's going to offer them something that's going to make them fill it in. Now, the capture page might say, fill this in and get this incredible system that makes me $300 to $500 a day. Get this free. Fill it in if they have something like that. Okay? I'm just using that as an example. You are marketers, okay? You're coming to the internet. You're coming to make money online. You have to actually ask yourself the question, and this is what I challenge most companies today when they have a capture page system, okay, or a funnel system. I ask them, and I'm very blunt with them, I ask them, if you read that, would you fill that in? Okay, because I read it and I wouldn't fill it in. And I've said that to many, many companies. Because some of them use outdated information. A capture page that may have got 10,000 signups a month in it in 2013 may only get 5 signups on it today. Why? Because everything has changed on the internet. Okay? Now, I'm not saying you need to go out and make your own pages. But like with Total Takeover, they have 7 or 8 different pages that you can use. They also have create your own pages. Okay? You can do that with Total Takeover. This is huge. This allows you to go in and offer something of value over and above what Total Takeover does. I use those pages. I create them. I use other services that I create pages to offer people value. I offer them my 90-day action plan for free. I offer them coaching from me. Okay? These are some things that people get from me when they join me in my business. So if there's stuff that you have to offer, maybe it's 7 tips. Maybe it's some great resources for getting some high-end traffic at a low-end price. Something like that. Okay? Go in and create this, because this is very important. That you've got a high-end product that you want to have at the end that you want to sell, whether it's Total Takeover, whether it's some juice or whatever, okay? You need to have the high-end product that you ultimately want to sell. But to start your funnel, you have to pique the curiosity. So your page must pique the curiosity of everyone that's out there. You need to make them want to fill out that page. You need to pique their curiosity that they can't stand it. I've used a line like this. I know this won't be of any interest to you, so don't bother filling out this page. And then I have my link. Right? And I even made a page that says, you know what? I've made so much money with this thing, but I know you're not interested. Or are you? Fill in the form. Okay? You've got to use a psychological approach to everybody in this industry. Okay? If you can't get people to fill out your form, your list can't build. Like Andrew says, your list can't build. If your list can't build, you can't sell to anybody. And then ultimately, you need to get that in front of people's faces. Where do you do that? Well, in Total Takeover, we teach you everything. My 90-day action plan teaches you even more. Andrew teaches you even more. Janet teaches you even more. All these people out there have all this information that's just thrown in front of you. And in any business you're in, I don't care what it is, whether it's Total Takeover, whether it's anything else, you could be in 5 different businesses for all I know. If you're not making any money in any of those businesses, you need to start putting those 3 simple steps into play. Andrew, you want to comment on that?
Yeah, I just now received an email. I'll read the first part of it. It says, you have a new lead, Lisa C. Lisa has just filled out a request to be matched with a business opportunity and has been entered into your Response Magic account. That's one of my autoresponders. Just now. That just now happened. So I get those emails a lot. So that would happen right at the moment.
Well, we must be in the same thing because I got Response Magic and I get those every single day. Those are the most beautiful things you could ever get because it's somebody who's dying to know and learn and buy something.
Right. There's another one I like too, and it's you just got paid. That's a cool email subject line to get over and over and over and over again. Yeah. You know, to learn to build a list, you must have an autoresponder. You can build a list with a pen and paper, but your computer's not connected to that pen and paper without an autoresponder. You can send out an email to the people on the paper, but it's not an auto responder. And Carl mentioned this a while ago. It's an autoresponder is not fully automated. It automates this mundane stuff that the human really needs to not be messing with. But in marketing success, we have 2 things whenever we're involving ourselves in the internet. And the high touch, people are people, and real people like connecting with real people. Successful people like doing business with successful people, and that's high touch. And then with the internet, we have the opportunity to have high tech. It's whenever you blend the high tech with the high touch that yields the success. So there's lots of areas to learn. The only thing, in order to be successful in network marketing, the only thing that you have to change about yourself is everything. So, just brace yourself and enjoy the journey. It's an awesome journey. Eric Worre says it best, I think. Whenever you come to network marketing, you are somebody. To be successful in network marketing, you must become someone else. So. Cool stuff. I enjoy becoming someone else. I'm growing up in public, and I'm becoming someone else constantly. And it's the becoming someone else that's the most fun part of the journey once you embrace it as what the real deal is. So I enjoy it. And then the results, of course, are the rewards, and the rewards are cool. So that's all I got there, Carl.
Yeah, it absolutely is. I just want to, we're almost fully through the show here. I just want to let everybody know and reiterate what we're talking about, what we're doing here. Just for those of you that have just joined us, because I've seen a few new people come on and join us, that we are cutting the Total Takeover Hangouts to 1 a week, okay? And they will be every Friday at 1 p.m. Why? Because we want to start being able to provide a lot more value. You might think that having these kind of Hangouts every single day are providing value. In actual fact, it's actually holding us back from creating that value. Personally, myself, every day I will go from 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock prepping for and this is my time, okay, Mountain Standard Time. I'll go from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Prepping for these Hangouts, okay? They start at 11 a.m., 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. my time, and at 11 a.m. my time is when we start these Hangouts, okay? So now I go on the Hangout for another hour to an hour and a half. So 3.5 hours of my day has been taken away prepping for these when I could have gone out and prepped some real good educational information for you. So we feel that doing the Hangouts once a week is going to provide a lot more value to you, because we're going to be able to go out and get a lot more testimonials. We're going to get a lot more qualifying in some of our strategic things that we're doing. sharing with you some of our split testing that we're doing. When 3.5 hours is taken away out of your day, that's a lot of time. That's a half a day's work for most people. And during that time, I can get a lot more done to help not only myself and my team, but to everyone who listens on here, because I'll be able to provide a lot more results that way. And that's why Fridays is when we're going to move and do these Hangouts. And I hope a lot of you agree with this. Believe me, we are in, again, low impact season, where everybody right now, spring fever's in the air. I haven't heard the lawnmowers yet, but there's still a little bit of snow left on the ground here. But, I had to talk to some people on the coast, and that's all I heard was lawnmowers going, right? And it makes me excited knowing that season's almost here for me. Being up north here and seeing all the snow going, we're getting excited. It's warming up here. And this is what's happening. Another couple of months, the kids are going to be out of school, okay? And then the holiday season starts. So we need to make sure that we have you prepared for when everybody starts taking June, July, and August off, right? Actually, be May, June, July, August, I guess. That's when everybody's prepping to start going away and doing some vacationing and stuff like that, right? So we need to make sure that we get you doing all the right stuff. That's why we brought up autoresponders today, because as your list is coming in, we want to make sure that we have autoresponder. We have you setting up autoresponder letters to go out every couple of days, for the next couple of months. Okay, we need to have your people being drip fed on everything. And I know what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be making up a whole new set of autoresponders, 2 different sets actually. Okay, because here's what I do. Okay, I have a lead capture system that I bring leads in to talk about who I am. These are to qualify the leads. They come in and they go in through a separate drip feed system of emails. Okay? When those people decide to buy, okay, they are then taken from there. They enter their email. As soon as they buy the system, their email is put into the system, and now they're in my second set of letters that go specifically to them about, okay, now you're in, now you've got this, and so forth. The one thing that I've learned is the last thing you want to do is have people that come in through your first initial set of emails, okay, they're in your autoresponder email system, and all these emails are all about getting them to buy your product. So if they buy on your product on the first couple of letters, well, you don't want them receiving 50 more letters asking them to buy in, right? You want them out of that. So you take them from there and you put them into here, and now they're getting drip fed on, okay, here's the value. Don't forget about the Hangouts tonight. Don't forget about the webinars. Here's some trainings that are coming up. Here's some valuable software you might be interested in. Here's, a way to market Skype or something. You get them different. You've got one set that's actually selling them on joining your business, and once they're in, they need to go to another set that's giving them value-based stuff to keep them involved in your business. Does this make sense? Okay? Because this is something that most people don't do. I've learned this from trial and error. I've learned this from a few mentors. As a matter of fact, I just listened to a video of one of my mentors again here today and just had an aha moment. Okay? Thinking that, oh man, I listened to this video 4 times, but listening to it one more time, it clicked. This is why we talk about the back office so much. You've got the megastars of marketing back there. I listen to those all the time. And sometimes I may listen to it 2 or 3 times, but I don't get it till the 4th time. Okay? That's why I listen to them. Okay? Sometimes I'll go over old webinar recordings of Val, because he drops different things in those webinars. And sometimes I go, oh man, you know what? I never thought about that. And it's always a learning curve, folks, for everything that you do. And this is why we want to try and provide the best value we possibly can on these Hangouts to make sure that we're not wasting your time for an hour. Okay? We don't want to waste your time for an hour on these Hangouts, because I think if we start providing you with real good positive value, you're going to want to come back. You're going to want to come back again. Here's the thing, and again, going back to why we're going to 1 day a week, is I believe, first of all, it's really difficult to try and come up with a subject, because what's happening with me, because I create all these Hangouts, I'm sitting there doing my marketing and all that, and I'm trying to think in the same process. I'm trying to think of a topic for the Hangout while I'm trying to get my marketing done, and it's screwing with my head. Honestly, it really is. So I need to sit here and I need to write down every day as I'm going through my marketing, because I'm going through different sites. I'll go through 100 different sites a week. Okay, I may not use 100 different sites, but I'll go through them. I'll listen to videos that come out. I watch videos all the time of different things that come out because I get ideas from them. And that's how I get my topics for here. So I write these things down. But it's really, really difficult to actually try and do this every single day. And right now, I believe, and so does Andrew and many of the other leaders, that we need to concentrate and get all the right information and do it in a single session for you once a week. So, Andrew, I don't know if there's anything you want to add to that.
No, that's about it. I think that, you know, it's something that was brought out the other day. Janet Legier was here. I'll talk about my method. John Doe marketers watching the Hangout. I'll talk about my method. John Doe marketer engages my method, starts using it on the Hangout, during the Hangout, and then Carl talks about his method. John Q marketer suddenly is distracted from my method, starts using Carl's method while listening to the Hangout and getting involved in that. And then Janet Legier starts talking about her method, and John Q marketer watching the Hangout. Finding a particular method that resonates with John Q marketer, that John Q marketer can master before moving on to the next method, I think is very valuable. So if we come on Fridays and we have phone-in Fridays, that allows everybody to look forward to that one day, and we can theoretically have a full panel on that day as well. And have a streamlined focus for that day to take people through the week. If people miss it and we're on step 4, week 4, people can go and catch up week 1, week 2, week 3, and then watch week 4, and then be caught up for the next Friday, and then get themselves caught up on those steps if they need to do that. But we can take you from step 1 to step 2 to step 3, one Friday, the next Friday, and have a whole week to practice that, and then connect back with us on that video in text. So the conversation hasn't gone away. It's just become more valuable and more engaging. So during the week, we can communicate back and forth on the video description in the comments section about what was said on the video. So as you're doing different things that we bring out on the video, you can connect with us about those things during that week. And then you can drop back to that video whenever we're 5 weeks in, and you can drop back week 1 and say, hey, I need something about this particular aspect here. And that way we can lead more systematically, I think, and probably have a lot more fun doing it. And certainly have a lot more time during the week for us to spend personal time with our teams, personal time with you. Even if
I
you're
absolutely agree.
Even if you're not on their team.
You know what? This also allows us to actually format things. I mean, like throughout the week, we could have we can have, I don't know, we create a site or whatever it is, and we can have all of the different venues from your training and Janet's and mine and all that kind of stuff, all formatted in one area that we give. It's a private link to those that are members that can get access to where they can get all of this training too, over and above what we're offering.
So it's going to be fun. I believe everyone is going to really appreciate the new. It's the same, basically, probably a little bit different format. I almost said a different. It's probably going to be a little bit different format too, but definitely a different schedule. And let's go with this for a while, and I believe everybody's going to enjoy it much better.
Yeah, I absolutely think so. I think we'll actually give a lot more value. That I do think. You know, if you look at most of the companies and the big successful companies that are out there are doing Hangouts like once a week. Okay. However, I do think that we give extreme value compared to a lot of others that are out there. You know, I'm not saying that we're better than anybody else out there, but we do give extreme value. And I think, you know, in the direction that we're going to provide a lot more value for our listeners and our teams and everything else as we go through this. And I think we'll have a lot more interaction too. Okay, you know, having the phone in here is so valuable. It's actually a shame that we don't get enough interaction. But I think moving to this format, the way that we're going to do, I think we're going to see a lot more interaction coming in on here, and I think everybody's going to see a lot more value. So, anyways, we are at the top of the hour. I'm running on fumes right now. I don't know about you, Andrew. If you have anything last to say, feel free to do that, and let's close her out.
Well, the only thing I want to say is get back with the person that invited you to this Hangout or to this video and get your total takeover marketing success education product for yourself and become a monthly customer of the ongoing education. Secondly, I would encourage you to activate your distributorship by inviting your first retail customer, and that would help move you toward getting your own education self-funded. Set out a plan of action to do just that, to as rapidly as possible get your total takeover self-funding so that you can have your education and it's self-funded by helping a few other people have it access to them. Help a few other people having access for it themselves. And another thing, subscribe to our channel. You can do that below this video. You can also do that on ttoradio.info. ttoradio.info, all the information you need there to subscribe to our channel so that when Carl makes the new Hangout, you get an instant invitation from Google+. That's pretty important. It works really well. I suggest everyone become an avid user of the Google system. It's the Google+, YouTube, and the Hangout system all in one. It all works together, and it's dynamic that way. It's pretty cool. Another thing, we're moving to Fridays, so we want to see you next Friday. We're going to talk about the specific seasons. If you do not know what the specific hottest network marketing seasons are, you're going to want to know it, because that's something that we do, is ramp up and be ready for that hottest season when it hits, and that's when most of our recruiting happens, during those two seasons. If you don't know what day of the year that is, those 2 days that starts that season, then you're missing out on a lot of powerful information, and you'll want to know that. So you'll want to be back next Friday. Tell all of your team, tell all of your friends and family that we're going to be talking about that, and we're going to reveal what those 2 days of the year are that initiates those two hottest recruiting seasons in network marketing, so that you can take full advantage of it. We're also going to be talking about what to do during the off season to get ready for that, which will allow you to continue growing your business, but also have you ready for that hot spot of recruiting season. Another thing is always remember, it takes leaders. I always have a hard time doing this. It takes leaders with vision to lead people with dreams. And let's participate in our marketing enterprises the way that we would want our personally sponsored to participate. We'll see you Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. right here. Have a great day. Bye for now.